As of right now on iRacing, there is 126 cars you can buy on this service. Now, if you are new to the service, where on earth do you start? And if you are experienced in the service already and you want to buy something else different to what you already drive, what do you buy? Well, hopefully in today's video, I'm going to go through my personal top 10 cars to buy on this service. It's going to include road cars, oval cars, and Formula cars. So stay tuned, and fingers crossed this video will help you decide what car to buy next. So coming up, my top 10 cars to buy on iRacing. Hopefully save yourself a little bit of money, and you'll be able to go into plenty of races with the cars that I've picked in this list. Let's crack on with the video. Okay, first on the list, and I think it is the most obvious, and for good reason, is the Ferrari 296. Now, some may argue this season it is not the most popular car in the GT3 series, but if you're looking for pure participation and value for money, the Ferrari 296 GT3 is absolutely unmatched. It can do so many different series. It can do so many special events, and it is somewhat competitive. So some tracks it is absolutely dominant. Sometimes it's just absolutely nowhere near the pace, but that's the nature of the beast. That is GT3 racing. It's just the way that it is. So the Ferrari 296 GT3, if you're looking for absolute value for money, like I said, participation, the Ferrari is absolutely king. There is nothing that touches it. It could do so many series. It is silly. So without a doubt, first on the list is the Ferrari 296. If you're looking to just save the pennies, save the money, and just buy one car to cover yourself in, let's just say, IMSA, GT Sprint, loads of special events, get the Ferrari. You won't be disappointed. For the money, it is absolutely superb. Definitely get on board with the Ferrari. Now, if you're still looking at the GT3 series and you've got a bit of spare cash and you want to buy another GT3 but you don't know which one to buy, I can personally highly recommend the Porsche 911 GT3. For me, personally, it's without a doubt the best feeling GT3 car by an absolute mile. It is superb. It looks great, sounds great, handles brilliantly. Yes, sometimes it lacks a bit of top end when you really need it. Yes, it could be a little bit scary when you take a lot of wing off it, but for absolute pure driver feel, the Porsche is absolutely superb. And again, value for money, it can do so many series. GT3 stuff is absolutely giga, so I couldn't recommend this car enough. If you're looking for pure participation, like I said, Ferrari, but this, the Porsche GT3, is very close. I absolutely love this thing. It is my #1 choice when it comes to GT3s. So if you've got a bit of spare cash and you're looking to get another GT3 and you haven't got the Porsche yet, I would definitely recommend it because it is just an absolutely brilliant car to drive. Best feeling GT3 by an absolute mile. Definitely get on it. Okay, next up on my list is the Delara P217. Also known as the LMP3. Now, this car for me is my favorite in the sim. It is absolutely fantastic, and it is very rare for me to hear from anybody in my community that ends up buying this car and regrets it. It is without a doubt one of the most brilliant, kind of well-balanced, strategic, fun cars to drive. It's absolutely mega with strategy calls in IMSA. The tyre choices are absolutely great. Fuel usage is just makes strategy calls so much more fun in races. The power that it's got compared to the GTPs makes it a little bit easier to drive, but it still has that downforce and that lightness to make it easy to go through corners. The brakes feel absolutely great. And it is just such a good car to drive over long distances. If you're going to do an endurance race, the P217, the LMP2, is without a doubt my absolute top recommendation because it is absolutely superb. It ticks every single box that you want. It's fast, it's quick, it's light, it's great at handling, there's plenty of strategy, you can fight with it. It's just a really good, solid car, and I cannot recommend it enough. Doesn't get the love it deserves these days. It's been changed a lot since it come out on Sim, but trust me on this, get yourself the Delara P217. You will not regret it. It is absolutely superb. Okay, coming in at number 4, next on the list is the Cadillac GTP. Now, there's quite a selection of GTPs these days. We're very, very blessed in IMSA with what GTPs we can actually buy. Remember what it was like a few years ago when it was literally just the Caddy or the Beamer, but we've got quite a wide selection now, and it can be confusing which one to buy. But if you're looking just for GTP that you can just jump in easily and just get used to it straight away, best drivability, just best overall, kind of just got the best of everything, really, it is the Cadillac GTP. Looks good, sounds great. Handling wise, it is not the best, you could say, but it is the easiest, if that makes sense. So it's the easiest to handle and learn to drive, and GTPs are tricky things. And when it comes to driving or buying your first GTP, I definitely recommend the Caddy, and let's be honest, it's quite competitive wherever it goes these days, especially this season. At the moment, the Caddy is just right up there in terms of how strong it is against other GTPs. So without a doubt, if you're looking to get into the GTPs, I'd highly recommend the Caddy over anything else. I just think it's the best of what's to offer, and it's the easiest without a doubt to jump in and just have some fun and have some good racing. So for me, in the GTP classes, the Cadillac gets my vote. Okay, coming in at number 5 on the list is the LMP3. I absolutely adore this thing, and it is an absolutely great introduction to prototype cars. This thing has such a good balance of power and downforce. It is absolutely superb. One thing to note, the brakes can be a little bit tricky. It's quite easy to lock up in this thing, but as a car to drive, it is absolutely giga. It is superb. It's so much fun, and the balance is just, it's spot on. It really, really, really is good, and I couldn't recommend the LMP3 enough. It races in some great series as well. So I say great series. There's one in particular, which is the Falcon Sports Car Challenge, multi-class race, LMP3s and GT4s. It's a great introduction as well to multi-class racing. You only need a C license to drive this thing. It's just great, honestly. I couldn't recommend this thing enough. It does multi-class racing. It's got a fixed series. It's got an endurance series that runs every 2 weeks. It's just class, mate. It's absolute class. Number 5, but honestly, I just absolutely love this thing. I absolutely love it. Definitely recommend the LMP3. Okay, next up, let's talk about the GT4 cars. The GT4 cars on iRacing have just become incredibly popular, and for good reason. There are many people out there on the sim that say at this day and age they're actually a lot more fun and better to drive than the GT3s. You just get a bit more of a feel to them. You know, they don't feel as if they're the car electronics are kind of just driving the car itself. You get more of a feel. Feels more like a driver's car. A lot of people say the GT4s. Now, there are several GT4s to pick from, but personally, if I had to pick one at the moment, in the current state of iRacing, when this video has been recorded and released, I would go for the BMW M4. It is the latest one, and for me personally, when I've driven the GT4s, it seems to be the quickest. And when it comes to special events, like the Nürburgring 24-hour, it seems to be bopped quite heavily, which tells you pretty much everything you need to know. Now, a few weeks ago, I did a Bathurst race in GT4s, and the BMW was so far ahead of the other GT4s, it was a joke. It was absolutely crazy. It might change, especially after I release this video. Who knows if you're watching this when it goes into a new season. It may have changed, but currently, as of right now, the BMW M4 GT4 is a really, really good purchase. I really like the dash. I don't mind the look of it. It doesn't sound great, to be honest with you. Modern BMWs, to me, personally, don't particularly sound great, but it is what it is. If you can put up with the sound, then I think you'll still have a great car. And the series it can run in right now is really good. So you can do, I think, GT4 fixed is what you can do. You could do the Nürburgring Endurance Championship, so the 4-hour races that run basically from spring till about autumn. You can do all of those, so you can do some endurance races in it. You've got the LMP3 and GT4 multi-class series, which is great. They also have an endurance series as well that runs every 2 weeks, which is 2 hours long. And they also rotate with the LMP3 endurance series as well. So if you buy a GT4 right now on iRacing, there's so much to do in it. It's pretty crazy. So value for money, GT4s in terms of series, what you can do, how early you can jump to GT4s, and the fact you can do endurance racing, they're just an absolute must-buy. And if I had to pick one, I'd definitely pick the BMW. But to be honest with you, in this list, I think you could pick any and you'd be relatively happy. But personally, I'll go with the Beamer. Okay, up next is the Porsche Cup car. Some may argue it is the most difficult car to drive on the sim, and for good reason. Lots of horsepower, not much downforce, no traction control, no ABS. It is a tricky cookie to drive, but some will argue it is absolutely essential to have this car in sim because it is a great learning experience. It really does teach you an awful lot about what cars are like without the assistance of things like ABS and TC, and definitely gives you more of a driver's feel. And it's a Porsche, so you can't really go wrong. Porsches are just absolutely great. Very difficult car to drive. It's very tricky, but you do learn an awful lot about driving cars when you drive this thing. Good participation. The Porsche Cup Series open and fixed. You can do them back-to-back, so you'll be able to do plenty of racing. C license as well, so relatively easy to get into. Lots of splits, so you don't have to worry about being in the top splits if you've just bought it or whatnot, or have relatively lower R ratings, shall we say. Yeah, it's just all in all, yes, it's a very difficult car to drive, but honestly, I feel like you just need to have it. You need to have it if you have iRacing, because it's just one of those cars. You'll jump in every now and again, you'll realise how difficult it is, but it can be an awful lot of fun. So you've got the Porsche Cup Series, and it does the numbering 24-hour and the numbering endurance series as well. So there are plenty of series that it runs in, not as much as the GT4, but it's still fairly popular. But for me, Porsche Cup, it's got to be in your garage. Next up, let's talk about the Formula cars, shall we? Now, when you jump into the Formula cars, once you get out of rookies, there's one path to take, and it is the Formula 4 car. It is an absolute must-buy. The F4 cars on this sim are absolutely brilliant. Are they chaotic? Yes. Is there a high chance of death? Yes. Will you probably get a meatball? Yes. But is it fun? Absolutely. It is an absolute blast in one of these things. Just the difference in speed from going from like a Formula Fee or a FF1600 is pretty crazy, and it is just an awful lot of fun to have that extra little bit of downforce, decent amount of power as well. It's just a lot of fun. This car is so popular. There are 4 different series currently at the moment just for this one car. Just for this one car. It's quite crazy. But in your open Formula journey, shall we say, on iRacing, the F4 car is an absolute must. You'll need to buy it. You will love it once you do. And if you get some clean races, you will have some of the best racing on this service. When it goes to things like Monza and Spa, for me personally, I think this is where this car really shines. The draft is absolutely king in one of these things, but trust me, if you buy the F4 car, I do not think you'll regret it. It is absolutely superb. Definitely on the list of cars that you need to buy. Okay, next up is probably my favourite Formula car on the service, and that is the Super Formula Lights, the baby version of the Super Formula. They are absolutely superb to drive. They really are. If you haven't driven one of these yet, please do give it a go. It has an absolutely brilliant power to weight, downforce ratio, whatever you want to call it. It just works. It's really nice. Goes in the dry, goes in the wet, although it is incredibly difficult in the wet, but most things are, to be honest with you. But it's just an awful lot of fun. You only need C license. There's an open and fixed version of the car as well. And I'll be frank, once you've got this car, there's not really much else to do in Formula cars, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, maybe you could dabble in the F3s, but that's also C license as well. So, yeah, I don't know. I think, to be honest with you, with the Super Formula Lights, it's kind of just perfect. Honestly, the Super Formula Lights, if you go F4 and then Super Formula Lights, I think in Formula cars, that's all you really need, because I don't really think anybody else runs anything higher than that. Yes, you've got the F1 cars, but I don't think many people particularly, use that series at all. Same with Super Formulas. Yes, there are the odd few, but for me personally, the Super Formula Lights are just such a better car, and the series are just way more popular. So, if you've been promoted from the F4 cars, definitely get the Super Formula Light for me. You could go the F3 route, but that's a little bit outdated now. For me, the Super Formula Lights is the way to go. Loads of fun, good participation levels. It's just a banger. Lastly, let's talk about some oval cars, shall we? We'll talk about one in particular. Now, it became very close in this list between the trucks and the next-gen NASCAR cars. For me, the trucks just kind of beat it a little bit, despite the fact you don't have the longer races, the NIS races in the trucks. For me, personally, trucks, you just learn an awful lot, and I think it is absolutely essential that you give these things a go. If you want to learn about NASCAR, I'm still learning. I've been doing it for about 3-4 years. But I'm still learning every single day that I jump into one of these things. And the truck are just a really, really good learning curve. And you learn an awful lot, if you ask me. Really fun to drive. This is the first kind of series, I believe, outside of ARCA. You may have to correct me on this. Where you kind of get safety cars as well. So you learn a lot about the cautions. Great participation levels. There's a fixed series. There's an open series as well. But yeah, just an awesome car. And if you're kind of getting into your oval stuff, you just got out a D license, where do you go next? This is where you'll want to go. You'll want to get one of the truck cars. Now, it was between this and the next gen car, but lovers of NASCAR will say the next gen car isn't particularly great. The brakes are very rubbish, but I can't personally talk about it too much because I just don't know enough about them. But I know, as someone who's done some oval races and does them from now and again, the trucks are really, really important and a good stepping stone to learning what you need to do on an oval circuit. But yeah, the next gen car, I almost picked it because of the longer races that you could do with NIS and stuff. They also have an open and fixed, blah, blah, blah. But for me personally, I think the trucks just beat them because they're easier to get to. It's C license. I think they run a little bit more often than the others, and I think it's just a good stepping stone to what you need. But there you go. There's my top 10, shall we say, cars I think you should buy on iRacing. If you don't have any of these, let me know why, because I think you absolutely should have every car on the list if you can afford it, of course. If I've missed any cars out in this list, please let me know in the comments, and we can pin it or hit a like or a little love heart on the comment to show everybody else, like Ollie may have missed it, but I definitely recommend this car. Why not spread the information, So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like on the way out, subscribe as well, and I'll catch you for the next one. Take care. Ta-da.